Hey, what's up guys? FuryTV here, and we are back with another episode of Poker Hands. Today, we're going to be taking a look over some poker fails, where a check-raise power play ended up losing the player performing it a lot of money. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis. Let's jump straight into the action with the first hand from Party Poker Live.
And then Charles on the button, ace-9 suited. He's going to raise it up.
It's a 7.5.
We go then. Ube 3-betting once more. This time 7.5 million from the small blind to Charles's button open. Well, Ube making it very difficult for everyone. Charles could certainly flat here. Suited ace on the button against Ube. There's 50 big blinds. And that's exactly what he's going to do. 17 million in the pot. And wow, what a flop for Charles. That is exactly what he was hoping for. 3, 4, 5, all spades. Question now, how much is Ube going to bluff off? Charles cannot believe his luck. There is the face of a man who's just flopped the nuts, doing everything he can not to look involved. Giving off some clues there. Perhaps. Very jittery. Will he bet here? Checks back. There's a good play against the hand he's up against. Well, Ube doesn't appear to want to put a chip in this pot. Maybe hopeful his ace-10 is good. Charles is flat. With some sort of suited Broadway combo. Doesn't expect to fold an overpair, perhaps. And I guess doesn't expect Charles to have too many offsuit combinations, so doesn't have to worry about him having a lone spade and catching.
8.5. 8.5.
So Charles will now bet his hand. 8.5, half pot. And then Ube got himself another spot here. Imagine that this one will just be a fold. Can't win every pot. Wow, Ube coming out with the turn check raise, 27 million. And Charles with not a lot more than that back.
27 million.
Well, car crash here for Ube. Charles is going to come out of this pot as the table chip leader. Only has a little less than 20 million more. See those yellow chips, 1 million apiece. The white 500Ks. Oh, Ube has played crazy at this table. This one a step too far. Charles will burn a time chip, as he should in this spot. Ube maybe thinking this one's about to work. Hoping Charles is going to fold maybe an overpair. But here's the word all in, and Ube knows the game is up. Only another 17 million chips, but how can he possibly call with ace-10 in this spot? What a situation he's got himself in here. A little too aggressive.
27.
And well, what is actually the biggest pot we've had at this table is Ube check raise bluffing the turn.
42-1 total.
42?
42.
Take the 27 out.
Well, Ube wants to see exactly how much it is. He wants to get it in with his ace-10 high, but
That's all mixed up now.
even if Charles were bluffing here with the ace of spades, it's hard to see how ace-10 could be good.
Yeah, this is all your... The 500 there would...
Ube,
Huh?
No. 21, 5 more.
21?
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
Is it 15?
15 more.
well, slight confusion over how much more it is to Ube, but I just can't see how he can ever continue with this ace-10.
15?
15, 1 more.
Crap.
Ube, though, after this hand, will still have 49 million chips. Still a good start to the day. Shown a lot of heart. Gives it up.
Thank you.
Charles then with, well, a massive gift. Called the 3-bet, flopped the nuts. Check back the flop, bet half pot on the turn and faced a huge check raise.
That on the table.
9 high bluff.
Yeah, and I didn't say like a boss, and I'm actually glad that I did it.
I hope you don't punch me when you see our hand.
The R pot was much less significant.
That is true.
So even if it was a bad fold, it was less of a bad fold.
For you it was not significant.
Huh?
For you it was not significant.
It was if I call.
Yeah, then
It's very significant if I call.
if you call.
Yeah. I mean,
Of course, talking about Fisher's fold with ace-jack. On that Jack 7 deuce 8 queen board against Manic.
The one bluff of the day, you know.
yeah.
Raised to 1.1 million.
So Marc-Andre raises. Patrick flats from the small blind. And Antonio will get to come along with 5-3 suited in the big blind.
We've got like
Players
24,
to
25. Thank you, sir.
Well, Jack deuce 4 flop. Mark with top pair. Antonio with an open-ended straight draw. See some fireworks here.
Checks.
Antonio plays very aggressive. Would not be shocked to see him check raise this board. Especially when Mark doesn't have many value hands on Jack deuce 4 rainbow.
Bet 1.7 million.
Mark has bet 1.7. Patrick with some backdoor draws. Look at this, getting it out of line here. For exactly the same reason I thought Antonio might. Patrick has.
4.5 million.
And now Antonio could just jam it in here. Jack deuce 4 rainbow. What does Patrick check raise with? Antonio with an open and straight draw and a backdoor flush draw.
Seconds.
He has all the 2 pairs. And here we go. Well, he's
Re-raise.
going for less than all in. Makes it 10 million to play. And now Mark may well have got it in against Antonio, but in a stupid spot now. Against 2 check raises. I think he'll be forced to lay down the winning hand here. I'm not sure this was a good spot for Patrick to check raise bluff. Doesn't make much sense on Jack deuce 4. Not really repping anything. Mark, I'm sure, wasn't folding, but and they both have to fold to Antonio.
Do I have fold equity?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'd have to test to find out.
was kind of cute.
Thank you. I don't think I was the first one to make that joke.
10 seconds.
5-3, 5-3.
Someone shouted 5-3.
What do you have?
And that's exactly what he's got.
We're gonna know it soon. Just show one.
You think I would do 5-3?
I don't know what the hell else you have.
Are you insane?
You have deuce 4.
I am.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah, you can definitely have one.
Stefan's turn. Ace 7 of hearts from the cutoff. So now King 9 of hearts in the small blind. This is a hand he'll look to play surely, Toby. No, he doesn't.
I know.
Mateus King 6 off in the big blind.
Maybe they've got the graphics wrong there, I think.
Yeah. It is possible. It does happen once a year.
No, I'm joking.
8-4 deuce, 2 clubs. Well, Mateus.
Yeah, this is a fun board.
Right, this is one of the sort of hands that's obviously a little too weak to call with, but pretty good bluff candidate, isn't it? So many turn cards give him a draw. Will Stefan, well, there you go. This is the texture. Stefan is going to check back, holding ace high.
Yeah.
And Mateus, he's one of the cards that doesn't give him a draw on the turn, the 10 of spades.
He's thinking exactly what we were thinking.
He was like, I wish he'd bet so I could check raise.
Yeah, exactly.
Really wanted to check raise this board. And checks through once again. Stefan pairing his 7 on the end.
He actually might get a stab out of Mateus here.
Holds the king of clubs, so blocks some of those.
Well, he's not really worried about that too much, but just...
But holds a 6 as well, and also, of course, a ball that just really favours him. And
yeah, I mean, there's not that many worse hands he gets to the river with either.
Thinks better of it.
It's probably wise.
Can Stefan try and squeeze some value out of perhaps some like 4x or deuce x that's in there?
I have 2 of them. Thank you.
He does bet 130.
Oh, no, thank you.
This would be a fun check raise.
Right, again, for the same reason, of course, blocks the straights and the flush.
Thank you.
Question, I guess, is how many of his flush draws check the turn? Right, I guess he's expected to lead up with a lot of them against a check back on the flop from Stefan. Straight perhaps a little bit more likely.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the Adrian Mateus show. 485 the bet.
You love to see that.
He's so much fun. It really is.
Just validating your calling him the best player to watch.
Really is. Doesn't miss out on too many opportunities.
This is a pretty awkward spot here for Stefan, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him call.
Well, of course, like we were saying, these two would have played a lot of hands together. He knows Mateus perhaps more than anyone capable of running big bluffs in these spots.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Stefan does have some better hands he bets the river with, right, that have got this far. He would have checked back some flush draw combos a couple of times. He doesn't really have, I would have thought, too many straights, though, so...
I mean, there's plenty of, like, 2 pairs out there.
He does make the call. There we go. This is great. This is the high rollers doing what they do. Mateus running a big bluff. Stefan having none of it, making the call with 3rd pair.
If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for the best poker videos on YouTube. Make sure to also check out our previous video if you missed it, and let us know in the comments below what you would like to see on the next FuryTV.
Hands ever televised. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy our content, as we need your support in order to keep uploading content on a daily basis. If you are more into poker and would like to see content we don't upload on YouTube, you can now follow us on Instagram and Facebook, as we will be posting short clips there on a daily basis, so make sure to find the links in the description. Let's jump straight into the action, with the first hand being probably one of the most insane and rare